First opinions of 2025. It's been like 3 months since I made one of these, so it's high time in my book. I'd really appreciate a comment as I'm tanking right now, and those make me happy. But do what you want, I don't care. Anyway, try to have a bad time, as I encourage hate here. Good luck. Ever since Soojin left, everything they put out is more lackluster than the last. How did we go from oh my god, Hua, and Lion to Queen Card, Super Lady, and Wife? And now having their title tracks time and time again be about the same thing is getting boring. It's like, oh, new G-Idol comeback. I wonder what concept they did this time. Oh, it's just feminism. Again, with the same things they said last time. Again. I appreciated them bringing it up and showing light on it to begin with. That was interesting and different. Now it's just all they talk about. And there's not really anything to talk about anymore. Nude was the peak of it for me, like that perfectly described everything and made it all extremely clear. Now they're just oversaturating it. We went from talking about how men are hypocritical and perverts to stereotypical feminism of women are awesome and better than men with Super Lady. And ever since her rap in Tomboy, it's just become her MO to throw in some English with no grammatical sense whatsoever. Speaking of her lyrics, they're so shallow now. Everything's so simple and laid out when she used to use wordplay and have you dig a little more to get the meaning. Their music is just kinda pointless nowadays. I miss old G-Idol. Now I love Ateez and all, and their production quality has gone up immensely in the past few years, but their lyrics, on the other hand, not so great anymore. Like G-Idol, they made Bouncy, and I swear they took it too hard to make sure their lyrics were simple, somewhat stupid, slightly different versions of how great they are. And don't forget the weird annoying English that yet again has really no meaning and no grammatical structure at all. We somehow managed to go from hulla hulla to ice on my teeth. I just don't get it. And I even like both songs, but you can see a clear difference in lyrical quality when you read them. And before you get offended that I just don't like English and K-pop. No. I just want it to make sense and have structure. Same way I'd expect an American singer to use Korean properly if they were to use it in their songs. I'm just not understanding how this happens. I just want Ateez music to have good lyrics again. We can keep the production, but please. Okay, I'm a little hypocritical when it comes to this one. I do want my idols to at least be live when they perform. However, I'm not that concerned if they sound bad. Like I'm here to enjoy the stage. If they sound shaky, who cares? At least they're live and improving because of it. Refusing to stan or listen to a specific group just because they're bad singers is stupid though. Good thing you're not listening to a live version if it bothers you that much. It's a recording, babe. And the fact that you all view dancing as less than singing. Like yeah, if they're the main dancer I expect them to be weaker vocally. They only have so much time to perfect their skills before debut. Like oh my god, what is so horrible about performance-based groups now? No one cared when the dancers were so bad in second gen. We've just switched sides, and that's fine. Almost for whole years, I was turned away from Hybe's variety content because I always saw people talking about how arrogant, egotistical, and horrible they were. Then I finally decided I didn't care and started watching O'Clock, and that literally couldn't be farther from the truth. Like you all made them out like they non-stop bullied Sonu, and they literally don't. Like no, I don't agree with the fat comments they made to him right after debut, but they don't do that anymore. And all the other jokes they make about him are all the same jokes they make about the rest of the members, and they always laugh about them, including Sonu. And especially Nikki. You all act like he's not joyful anymore, and that hate ruined him. Then I watch new content, and he literally just acts like Nikki, just 19 now. Also Riki from ZB1, he's not the soul-crushed and depressed man you all make him out to be. Also he's literally not mistreated. This is just my personal experience, but y'all do this with pretty much every group. You all stuff idols into personality boxes, and they're never allowed out. It's agitating. You guys love to cry about favoritism, don't you? You're always like, oh, fans overhype this member. These members are never talked about, etc. Like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Of course Yeonjun and Wonyoung are more popular than the rest of their members. They exude a special kind of aura that people that aren't even fans of them enjoy and want to see. Of course their fancoms are more viewed. And maybe it's just because their company pushed them more, or it's because they're more talented, or they have a better visual in people's eyes, but whatever it is I get it. I don't know how to explain to you guys that favorites are going to be picked no matter what, and there's always a reason for that. I've tried 1,000 times to get into them, but I always lose interest. Their B-sides are always crazy boring, their choreography is pretty lackluster, and their vocals are good. But what's the point of listening to them sing if their music sucks? I guess their concepts can be interesting, but again, not enough to carry the group, and they can easily not make sense if you don't do extensive research to understand them. They're always regarded as one of the best groups of their time, but I really don't see how they held up to other groups like Blackpink, Twice, and G-Friend, and don't even get me started on boy groups. What's so special about them? Every day I wake up to see some other K-pop fan trying to take his rightful spot on the throne. No, it's not Seungmin, or Heesung, or Taeyeon, or Kiho, or Lily, or Hwon, or Ningning, or Winter, or literally any other random 4th-gen idol who can sing well. It's Jong Ho, you freaks. His ability to transition to extremely difficult high notes with ease is enough, honestly. No other 4th-gen idol can do what he does with, let alone that. But he's also insanely stable no matter how high he is while doing some of the most difficult choreography in the industry right now. He's also the loudest live by far in just his group, and I've also heard him sing over a lip-sync track when his mic wasn't even on. I don't know if you guys like to discredit him just because of this weird pretty privilege thing you all have going on in K-pop groups in which you consider him unattractive. Which is weird anyway, but I don't care because you all need to stop. He and only he deserves that title, so shut up. There, I said it. However, to further explain myself, they're always live, none of them overdance. Their stage design is always stunning. Their choreography, perfect. Not to mention they regularly help with those things. All members' stage presence is immaculate. You'll never catch them out of sync. And potentially the most important aspect is that they're all best friends in real life, so they always have perfect chemistry. Like you can tell when groups aren't friends based on performance. Other groups end up lacking one or more of these things, or one or more of the members just aren't very good. But TXT never have bad performances, even when they're down a member. It's always immaculate. Speaking of being down a member, I miss Subin, and now the rest of them too. I want Subin back. He isn't, and he never has been. He's not a rapper, so I don't expect him to be able to. He isn't their best dancer, but he can keep up, and he isn't stiff, and his vocals are insanely underrated. Like he has insane stability in singing, and a lot of power. Like I'm sorry, but I think he's their best vocalist after JK. Sure, he's not their most talented member, but the BTS talent bar is so high. I hate to burst your bubble, but unfortunately there doesn't have to be a talentless member in every group like you miserable people seem to think. Anyway, I love my Jin, and will be defending him forever. The influx of anti-Hybe stans have been insane. Just because you guys don't like the company immediately turned into hate on the Idol Fest. Like fine, if you want to believe that Illit and Les Seraphim are talentless, okay? Even though I personally disagree. But you guys can't lump every idol under Hybe into that category. Did you guys just completely forget about BTS, 17, TXT, ENHYPEN, Boy Next Door, Cat's Eye, Fromis_9, G-Friend, TWS, and all the other stragglers under that company? Most of those groups are more talented than a lot of the other companies' groups, and that's just facts. Look man, I don't love Hybe. It just so happens that they produce better music and performances. I'm not going to choose not to stan a group based on the company, and you're miserable if you do. Newsflash, every company is a huge money-hungry bastard that capitalizes off of young people's artistry and talent. Hybe is no better or worse than everyone else, and if you genuinely cared you'd never access media again. Companies are endless. And that's the thing, none of you genuinely care. The second we moved our gaze from the company to the idols, it proved that You just wanted an excuse to hate on the idols. I love making these so much, like it's all I want to do. Before I leave, I'd like to beg for a subscribe or something. I've been struggling to grow, but now I feel like a beggar. Oh well. Anyway, I'm Strawberry Gin, and I'm out of here.